Top 10 Buffenheims. Right, let's go. Sterling dropped from England squad. There's worrying times at Arsenal. Messi refuses to commit to a new contract. Van Dijk reveals the title motive. And we've got a transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. First off, and to Raheem Sterling, who has been dropped from the England squad for Thursday's qualifier with Montenegro, all because of a fight with Liverpool's Joe Gomez. This is basically just tension spilling over from Liverpool's 3-1 victory over Manchester City on Sunday evening. The two clashed during the game, and apparently on Monday they went at it again in training. But if Raheem Sterling's account is anything to go by, they basically just had a bit of a scrap for 5 or 10 seconds, and then it's all over and done with. This is most likely what happened. These things are always blown massively out of proportion, but the truth of it is, both of them are very, very proud players who want their clubs to win. One of them is hurting after a massive blow in the title race, and the other is on top of the world. Joe Gomez was probably just chatting a bit of shit, Raheem Sterling reacted, and that was the end of it. Anyway, Gareth Southgate, of course, has to assert some dominancy over the squad and show that he is the boss, so Raheem Sterling has been dropped for the game on Thursday against Montenegro. This doesn't mean, though, that he'll be missing for the game against Kosovo. Either or, even without Raheem Sterling and how well that he's been, England will surely qualify for the Euros, as they only need 2 points over the next 2 games, probably with a victory on Thursday night. As for Raheem Sterling himself, well, it's a little blip in what's been an outstanding year for him personally. Off the field, he's been the face of the campaign against racism and done some incredible charitable work, and on the field, he's been absolutely unstoppable. Goals, assists, basically running away from every single defender, and he's held Manchester City to a domestic treble as well, so there's not really much to say. But next up to Arsenal, where there's rather worrying times because there is so much trouble on so many different levels. First off, and the management are being blamed for not really investing in the right kind of players over the summer. They, in turn, have been backed by the board, as Unai Emery is apparently the right man for the job, but results do need to turn around after just 2 victories in the past 10 games. All this whilst trying to reintegrate Granit Xhaka into the squad. You know what happened? He took his shirt off, was reacted angrily to being substituted to the fans, then got stripped to the captaincy, and it was given to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Xhaka hasn't played since, and now Emery needs to figure out how to get him back into the team without really causing too much of a stir from the Arsenal fans. But talking of the replacement captain, Aubameyang, things haven't gone so well for him either. Now apparently some of the Arsenal squad aren't overly happy with his links to Arsenal Fan TV. This is because they're often talking shit about the club and have nothing to do with the internal runnings of the club, and well, Aubameyang's massively in favour with them. This also links back to the fact he liked 2 Instagram posts from AFTV, one of them saying that Emery should be sacked, and the other saying that Granit Xhaka should be sold. Probably not the best thing to be doing when you're the captain of a team. Although it's all bad news at the moment, or that's the way it seems for Arsenal, there is one bit of good news, and that is that Matteo Guendouzi has been called up to the France international squad to replace the injured Blaise Matuidi, finally getting some recognition for the good form he showed this season. But away from Premier League and to La Liga, well, Lionel Messi isn't going to sign a new contract with Barcelona this season. The Argentinian forward and legend at the club has said he'll wait until next year before deciding whether or not to continue with Barcelona. There is, of course, a clause in Messi's contract saying he can leave next June, but he said he won't be doing that, and the president Josep Bartomeu has said that he hopes to offer Messi a lifetime contract. The whole reason is, well, we're not actually quite sure. Messi's current contract runs out in the summer of 2021, meaning if he decides to renew it next year, he will be in the last year of his contract, and as soon as that January transfer window opens, oh my word, the whole world and his wife will be offering him contracts, pre-contracts for the summer. But to me, I think Messi may be taking a look at how things go for the rest of this season. Will Valverde still be in charge at the end of the season? Will Barcelona have won any trophies? Will they be playing some attacking football? And will any of Messi's favourite players still be there? Apparently there's a rift with Griezmann. Will he still be there? He wants Neymar back. Will he be coming back to the club? I'm pretty sure that Messi will be laying out loads of things that he wants to happen before he signs a new deal. At the end of all this, though, as I mentioned before, I can still see him staying with the club. Certainly, it'll be the only club he plays for in Europe. But from Messi to his Ballon d'Or rival, Virgil van Dijk, who's been speaking about how Liverpool are using last year's title failure, if you can call it that, to spur them on this season. Failure does sound like a rather harsh word considering they lost out to Manchester City by just 1 point. But Virgil van Dijk has said that they're using many different things from last year, including their consistency over the whole season, to spur them on to victory this time around. That's because Manchester City won 18 out of their last 19 games in the Premier League, especially after beating Liverpool in a crucial match at the Etihad to go on and take the title. So can Liverpool do it? For sure, why not? They've only lost 1 game in their last 50 odd. They haven't lost in the last 29 matches, and the same thing happened in the Champions League. They lost the final, looked at what they did do and what they didn't do, took the form into next year, and they won the Champions League a year later. I can see the exact same thing happening with the Premier League. Lastly but not least, we come to a quick roundup of the rest of the day's daily and transfer news, where Neil Warnock has left Cardiff City as manager. Liverpool are hoping to open talks with Ryan Fraser over a pre-contract agreement for Bournemouth's Scottish winger. Spurs are willing to pay around £50 million for Lyon's Memphis Depay, who's been in brilliant form recently. And if Arsenal did fire Emery and came calling for Mikel Arteta, Manchester City have said they wouldn't stand in his way. So there you have it, that's all from me today. Let me know your thoughts on the daily news in the comment section down below, and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.